Being a big streamer is a dream come true, making millions of dollars while playing video games from your bedroom, but at any time there could be hundreds of thousands of people live streaming on Twitch or YouTube, all wanting you to watch them. I streamed for 1 whole year to try and become a big streamer, starting with 0 followers and no money, playing one of the biggest franchises in the world, Pokemon. I've researched how to grow while live streaming to help me become a big streamer. So I went live to talk to my audience and discuss my year streaming. I talk about what went well, what didn't go well, and then I give my 3 goals to help any streamer become successful. The holiday season is a good time to reflect, to plan forward for goals for the new year. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do exactly that. Going to take this moment to look back at the year we had, look back at 2025, and look forward to 2026. And we're going to talk about where the channel's going, what the plan is, etc. With that, we're going to have 2025 review and a view into 2026 for Yui Pui, the Twitch streamer, aka me. So I have been streaming semi-seriously. Well, we'll say the last year has been the kind of more seriousness of it. I'm kind of trying to get a bit more consistent with my streams, and I think one thing that's going to help take my streaming to the kind of next level is to kind of set myself some goals, because I just kind of think things and do them, and then if I don't write them down, if I don't, set them in stone, then they can be just disappear in the ether, disappear out of my mind. So I need to start writing things down, having more of a plan for what it is, because you know what they say, fail to plan and you plan to fail. Okay, so today in this presentation we are going to cover a review of 2025, look at the last year, what went well and what didn't. We're going to have a look forward to 2026 and what to expect from the channel. We're going to set some goals to hold myself accountable in an attempt to help this channel grow further. So with that, let's just get on with a 2025 review. Hey, could you do me one quick favor and just click that subscribe button and then click the like button too while you're at it? Thank you. Back to the video. 2025, personally, in my personal sense, was a massive year. I got married this year in the process of selling my house. So early in the new year, I'm going to be moving house. My professional job has changed slightly. Not entirely, but the kind of what I do on a daily basis has changed quite a bit. I had a surgery. I had a nose surgery, a sinus surgery. So yeah, it's been quite a busy year. And a lot of that has kind of held back from my streaming. I've not been able to put as much time into this as I would like. So with that in mind, let's have a look at what went well. First off, I think it's very important with these things to look as a positive of what went well with the year 2025. I got my first Twitch payout, which is on my desk. I got the check version, which is actually been a bit of a mistake. Again, I want to kind of be quite transparent with this and kind of say, so this is it here. I'm not going to keep it on stream for too long. But yeah, first Twitch payout, $91.61. $91.61, which is not big in any sort of way. However, it is money in the pocket that I have essentially gathered from doing a hobby, which is quite exciting. If I can grow that, I mean, $90 for 1 year is not great, but it can really only go up from here. I hope. We took that money, I kind of took it out, I moved some stuff about my savings, and I've invested back into the stream. I bought myself a new light. The new key light here is what all that money went in towards. I've still got some more. Once I check it in, I'm going to do stuff with it, but it's generally going to go into stuff for the stream. I don't think there's anything major I need, so maybe that is buying some Pokemon cards to open on stream. I don't know. We'll see. If anyone has any thoughts for what to do with it, let me know. Next, stream consistency. I think the last year I was quite consistent with my streaming. I streamed on the days I generally would stream, so Sunday and Wednesday night were my kind of stream days. Sometimes it would be a day off, it would be maybe a Saturday instead of a Sunday, or a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday, etc. But generally I think I was quite consistent, and I hit it, and I always enjoyed those days. I always looked forward to them. I think that's an important thing. I've almost created a routine of that, and I think that's good. I've got the kind of the habits in place to kind of build up from there. Stream consistency, I would say, is a pro. I think I did quite well with that. The stream setup improved. Actually, I had an image here. This here is what my stream looked like approximately a year ago, in January 2025. Again, we're still playing the same game. We've still not finished it, but that is neither here nor there. And I think my stream itself looks better. First off, the lighting of me in the corner looks better. The lighting, the video, the background looks better. I think I've got this setup is much nicer. I don't have a blank wall behind me. I think what they say a lot is you should move stuff away from your head. But that's, again, I'm moving. I'm going to have a different setup in the future. But I would generally say that's an improvement. Audio, I listened back to the audio of this and it was terrible. It was terrible, almost unlistenable. And that's something I've actually spent a lot of time on recently to get the audio for this better. I've had a rebrand, I guess. Used to be EJC Streams, but that didn't really roll off the tongue, didn't really create what I wanted. I've obviously learned a lot about streaming since I started, so I wanted to change that. The background there, I kind of hate that background, the checkered look. Do I hate it? I don't think I hate it actually, no, but it's just not great. I still use the same font down at the bottom, but generally I think we've improved. More emphasis on me, less on the kind of logo. I don't want to be a logo. I think I've got probably quite a definable look, and I think that's something I can kind of use to my advantage almost. But yeah, this is a little look at what my stream looked like a year ago, and I think we've definitely improved in that essence. So that's good. My gaming / Nuzlocke ability has improved. I'd say, looking back at how I played about a year ago, I've definitely improved in that sense. My Nuzlocke ability has significantly improved, I would say. I've definitely more understanding of the game, more understanding for the technical aspects. I've learned a lot. So that's obviously a big thing. I've obviously tried a couple of other games. I tried a bit of Jump King. The ability of that has not improved. That was pretty diabolical. That is one though I may want to bring back at some point. Yeah, definitely improved my Nuzlocke ability. Most importantly, I still enjoy streaming. I still enjoy coming on here. I still enjoy playing games with chat, with the lights on. I still enjoy it all. Yeah, it's something I enjoy. It's something I look forward to. So again, as I was saying, every Wednesday, every Sunday, I generally look forward to coming on. I'm always wanting to get on and want to get going. I'd love to be able to do this more. Sometimes the time I do stream, generally sort of 6-7 o'clock in the evening, means I can only get sort of 3-4 hours, and I sometimes feel like I could do more. I want to do more. It's something I enjoy doing. I almost enjoy being on camera, and I don't know, something I'm enjoying it. I still enjoy it. I want to keep going, and from that I'm hungry to grow and improve. With grow kind of being the operative word here. I want to grow. I want this to get bigger. I don't want to sit here and talk to one person. I want to talk to 5 people, 10 people, grow it as far as I can go it. So I want to improve. I think my character, the way I am as a person, the way I think, I don't like just settling at where I'm at. I always like to do better and grow and level up. I don't know if that's the kind of the inner gamer in me of playing games when I was younger. I don't know, but I always want to kind of grow and level up. So that's important. I'm hungry to do that. I want to do that. I see people online doing stuff and I think I could do that. I could grow to that level. A highly ambitious person. I back myself almost to a fault. I always back myself. So yeah, I'm hungry to grow and improve, and I want to take this further forward. But when we have pros, we also have cons. You got to be realistic about what went well versus what didn't go well. Again, I always think about these sort of things as improvement. I'm a very critical individual, self-critical individual, so I can take criticism quite well. I can take people coming and telling me I'm crap. As long as it's what can improve. It's not just coming in and say, oh, you're crap. That's not helping anyone. But the cons are as follows. Slow growth. So again, about a year ago, I had roughly 70 followers. Now I'm on 120, which is, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great. I'm seeing improvement in followers. Other sort of statistics not improving, like average viewer count, concurrent viewer count, etc., is not growing particularly well. So again, slow growth is one of them, with a lack of viewers being the kind of what I would say is the biggest one. Generally, less than 5 average viewers per stream, which is, not good, not great. That's something I want to improve. That's the kind of gold star I want to, that's the North Star I want to aspire to have. I'm not wanting 100 viewers. I would take 5. Generally 5 would be a massive increase, 100% increase basically. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I want to improve my viewers. So again, we're going to get to kind of goals and how we're going to achieve this shortly. Inconsistent and lack of offline content is also a con. So that is stuff like YouTube and TikTok. So that's shorts basically is what I mean. I'm generally probably not going to focus too much on the long form stuff. If I can get that done, that's kind of more of a bonus. I think the short form stuff is what's going to get kind of me going. And again, I've got consistency with streaming, but creating of content from streaming, I lack the consistency for that. So I've tried the last couple of weeks, couple of months to implement systems to try and improve that. I've now got a Stream Deck, and on that I've got a clip button that clips the last 30-second minute of what happened. So therefore I can go in after and cut them down, can edit them down, put them on these platforms. Because that's how you grow. When I'm streaming, people find me on stream. I think I've got a couple of ways for people to find me. But when I'm finished streaming, I stream for, let's say, 8 hours a week. In the remaining however many hours there are in a week, people can't really find me that well. So that's how you get people in. Make yourself available, make yourself discoverable when you're not streaming, so when you are streaming, people can come in. That's something that needs improvement. And too much jumping between games also being a bit of a drawback. I'm a Nuzlocke streamer. I've jumped between a few games too much. I think I'm maybe aiming too high when I need to bring it down a bit. I've looked at Run and Bun, I've looked at Emerald Kaiju, I've looked at Radical Red. I think they're too high. They're too high level for me at the moment. But again, I always think I can improve and get better and get to that level. So I think games like Blaze Black, like Renegade Platinum, those are games I think I should be aiming at in an aim to get through those, to climb up, to get to these harder games. I would love to make it into the Run and Bun Hall of Fame, but I just don't think I'm there at the moment. It's also, I think, a lot to do with the consistency of my streaming as well. I only stream twice a week. So if I can get more days, more time into that, etc., then that might help things. Too much jump between games. I need to find kind of my core content and stick to that with smaller jumps to other games. And then the last one, I'm too quiet during general play of games, and not enough interaction. Generally when I'm streaming, I can talk, but when you're focused on something, it's hard to conversate with chat and to be talking. So then when people come in, they see me talk and they want to interact. So that's what I need to work on as well. I need to work on better public speaking, yappability. I've used that phrase recently, yappability. I'm not the biggest yapper. I don't talk a lot. When I get in a certain mood or a certain mindset, I can talk till the cows come home. But generally, I'm quite an introverted individual. So that's something I need to work on. It's something I recognize that, and I can say to myself, I want to work on that to get better at that. Oh, and sorry, one more. No collaboration of our creators. There's a few creators I know in the space, Twitch, but I don't do a lot with them, and I need to do more. Whether that's creating stuff with them, doing joint streams, etc., or if that is just appearing in their chat, replying to their messages, getting in touch with them, discussing what they do and what they want to do, etc. I want to be more known in you know, the Nuzlocke community and Twitch in general. I watch streams a lot when I'm working it, but I don't contribute enough, and that's something I want to improve. So with that, we want to look forward towards next year. We spoke about 2025, the year past. That's done, that's happened. What can we do in the future to kind of sort out this pros and cons? And then I can see this kind of becoming a yearly thing of a sort of mid-Christmas time stream where I look back at this year and see what went well, what didn't. And that's how you grow. That's how you grow. You need to look back at yourself. You look backwards to learn, to go forward. So the aspirations for 2026 are improve, growth, grow. That is the word. That's the theme of the day. The theme of the year, 2026, word of the year is growth. I want to come on here next year, look at this, of what my 2026 aspirations were and go, did I grow? Yes. But how we grow is not quantifiable. It's hard to define growth, and it's hard to say, my goal is to grow. But we'll get to that shortly. This is what I want to do. This is what I want for the next year. Improve growth, being most important, again, in bold. I want to improve my followers on Twitch and my subscribers on YouTube. I want to improve my average viewers. That is the main one I want to improve. You know, I know that this is maybe your average viewers is just a number, and as long as you're enjoying yourself, people enjoy it. But I do enjoy it. I just want to see that number bigger. You know, bigger number, better person. That's what they say, isn't it? I want to improve my YouTube views. Another small goal, long-term goal, is to get a YouTube plaque. That would be amazing if I could do that. But that's, again, way down the way. I want to create a community. I've got people coming and going, but I wouldn't say there's a lot of interaction between them. I want to create a community where people come in here and talk to me, talk to each other, and kind of become friends and like-minded people. I'm at a point in my life where I still feel young, but I have experience of the world. I have a vision of the world, which a lot of people don't quite see. And I would love to be able to kind of help influence younger people to help understand what I think a lot of like where the world's going and why that's not good. I want to have more inventive and unique content around Pokemon and Nuzlocking. I think the Nuzlocking scene is great. I think it's good. There's a lot of people in there, but I think there's a lot of people just playing Nuzlocks. I think if we're thinking this is the main road of the Nuzlocke community, there's also other roads here, side roads that all go in the same direction, all contribute, but I don't think there's a lot of that. There's only people playing Nuzlocke. There's not people talking about it in other ways. You know, that's something I want to try. I've got a few ideas for that and add in to the content. So I want to integrate into the Nuzlocke community more. So again, I don't think a lot of the Nuzlocke streamers know who I am. Again, I'm a 2 viewer Andy. I don't think P-Cha, I don't think Moxie, I don't think Squirk, I don't think Kaya Coliseum know who I am, and I want to be able to appear in those people's community more, so people do know who I am, so they see my name in the list and click on it and go, that's him, that's Yui Pui. I think that's not much to ask. Even like smaller ones, Nakalai, you know, that sort of people, be more known in the community, contribute to community. I also want to improve chat and community interactions, so I want to, when I'm streaming, I want to improve when I speak to you guys. I also want to improve my off-stream interactions. So that is, you know, Blue Sky, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, etc. But I want to improve my interactions there. And finally, my aspirations. This isn't so much of an aspiration, but more of a note. I'm moving house next year, early next year, 30th of January. And I want to create a space with a good stream background, a good set. Because this is okay. I think this is pretty good. I want to try and keep my head clear. There's not something behind it. I'm going to have much more real estate to play with. I'm going to have a room 2-3 times the size of this. That's going to be my office. I want to make that a good place where I feel inspired to create. So that's my aspirations. That's what I want. I now need to define how I go about it. And that is where we talk about the goals for 2026, the goals for the year. with wanting to achieve things, I think it's important that you quantify them and define what you're going to do to achieve your aspirations, achieve your dreams. Or dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. What I've done is I broke this down to 3 goals. I don't want to do too many. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I've done 3 goals that I'm going to try and stick to for the year. And I think with those 3, those should impact it. I did this thing at work this year of SMART goals for my professional development. You break it. You don't just have a goal of grow on Twitch. You have a goals, break them down, etc. With that, the first goal that I have is create at least 1 piece of content per week and post to YouTube and TikTok for every week of 2026. So that means every week in 2026, I'm going to produce at minimum 1 YouTube short / TikTok. So that means I need to have, in theory, 52, minimum 52. I said at least because if I can get to a stage where I can bash them out pretty quickly and create them quickly, then I can create more and I can have more coming out in a week. But we're going to set it at least 1 a week. I had a phase where I was managing 1 a week, but that was for like 3 or 4 weeks. I want to do this for the whole year. So I've actually started creating a little bank of videos that I can use. So if I have a busy week, for example, when I'm moving, I can rely on those. So that is goal number 1. I'm gonna create a way of kind of having these on my setup, on my wall, maybe a whiteboard or something, and I can look at them and I'll see them every day, because again, I'll probably come in here most days in one way or another. And I want to see them and hold myself accountable to that. I also want you guys to also hold me accountable for this. I want you to come on if I've not had a content up, say, what's going on? Why you not got that up? And then it's very easy then to say, well, you don't want to grow. So, and I do. I don't want to get the mental side of it. Or do I want to? It's bleh. Anyway, that is goal number 1. Second goal for 2026, whenever watching a stream, contribute to chat and engage with the streamer, but don't be a try-hard in chat. No one likes a try-hard. They're always a pain. I watch Twitch a lot when I'm working I've got an iPad below my desk. I watch a lot on my computer. I want to try and contribute more and engage with them. That should be, big streamers. That should be medium-sized streamers. To be small streamers. I want to do it across the board. And I think that'll help me become more known in the community, in the Nuzlocke community, Pokemon community, and Twitch in general. If people know my name, they know who I am. So that's something I want to kind of improve as well. And my last goal, practice and research public speaking by 10-minute practice routine, 3 to 4 times a week for the whole year. So I've actually started this one already. It's one I found by a YouTuber. Whose Stream Scheme his channel is, but he does. He's a streamer, but he's also got another channel where he talks about stream stuff, gear, techniques, things to grow, etc. And it is film yourself for 10 minutes and talk to the camera with no cues, no notes taken, and just talk for 10 minutes. Stop recording, put your phone down, go about your day. The next day, watch back that 10 minutes and take mental notes, take notes on paper, watch that 10 minutes all the way through, properly focus on it, and then film yourself again, talking for 10 minutes. And I feel I've already seen a bit of improvement with this. I feel I'm better at speaking. I'm more able to kind of talk about things off the top of my head, whereas before I'd sometimes be a bit like, I now feel a bit more confident in this. So that is one thing I'm going to try and do 3 to 4 times a week for the whole year, to grow with that, to improve that. I think it's also helped with other facets of my life, not just streaming. It's helped at work. So that's one I think I can do. If I can't find 20 minutes a day, then I'm doomed. I want to do VOD reviews once a week. So that is, again, watching back the VOD, checking up the audio levels, content, how it looks. Again, watch back my videos and see how well I've done or what can improve it. And one of them is You jump in, you watch it from the start, 15 minutes from the start, and then you can see kind of what your kind of regular viewers see, what people who turn up to your chat regularly see. 15 minutes at the start, watch that through, jump to a random point and watch for 5 minutes. This is again meant to represent someone who jumps into your stream randomly, just clicks your name. What are they going to see? Your first impression of you. Do that a couple times, 2 or 3 times throughout the video at random points, early on, late on, halfway through it, and see what they see, and then take notes from that and what could be improved. And then what's the last bit, the last ending part of the stream? Make sure that what people are hanging about for is actually something they're going to enjoy. That's something I'm going to do as well. And finally, watch other creators whenever possible. That means watching them, contributing to the more, have a bit more of a kind of a critical view of it, how they do their content, how they interact with chat, how they do other non-gaming parts of it. That's something I also want to improve. I already kind of do this one. It's most important you got to enjoy it. If you got to enjoy the content you're watching. So those are my 3 goals. I'm going to have these on the wall. I'm thinking of getting a whiteboard for my new place. I don't really have a place for it at the moment. Maybe we're here somewhere. I don't know, but there's a window there. So that's the kind of 3 goals I want. I'm going to have them on my wall to remind myself this is what you need to achieve. And again, I want you guys to hold me accountable. I want you guys to remind me to do this, to achieve this, to grow. Because again, long term, I would love to be able to make this a job, or some part of this my job. If I really want that, then this is what I need to do. And finally, thank you everybody. Thanks for my small slice of the internet. Thank you for the support over the last year. Thank you for turning up. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the shout out to the raids. Thanks to everybody. I know there's not many people out there right now. I don't have a huge following. Hopefully next time, next year, this will be bigger. This will be bigger. That's what I want. This will be bigger. This will grow. But thank you for the people who've come so far, and thank you for supporting me over the last year.